I'll just give a brief introduction. My name is Roger. So I run a women social content network. We work very closely with fashion and beauty brands in terms of their content marketing. And many of these fashion and beauty brands, they're both online and offline businesses. So we are very familiar with the challenges as well as the opportunities that they face with the phenomenon of the omnichannel strategy that is happening right now. Now, the omni-channel phenomenon, right, has been happening over the last couple of years, predominantly driven by a couple of factors, right? It's mainly driven by the changing behavior of consumer, the way they shop, which is influenced by technology, right? Not in just the e-commerce or whatnot, but also in a way that media, the way they consume media and the way that you need to engage with them. So today we are here to examine, right, what is going to happen in the fashion and beauty industry with all these changes in the omni-channel space. So I'm very fortunate here today to have a panel covering the industry, and we would like to share a bit of their experiences with you. As you probably noticed, coincidentally, all our name starts with R. So Roger, Rama, Randy, and one more, right? So that's interesting. So with that, let me just ask the panelists to introduce themselves, starting with Rama.
Thank you, Roger. My name is Rama. I am the chief doer and co-founder of Saturdays. So Saturdays is a glasses company. We sell both prescription glasses and also sunglasses. So basically what we do is we design the glasses in-house, we produce in-house, and we sell directly to the customers. So we are fun and like hipster lifestyle brand. So we combine fashion and technology.
Rani?
Thank you, Roger. My name is Rani. Right now, I'm a digital marketing at Watsons Indonesia. As you all know, Watsons is health and beauty supermarket. We're shifting from the drugstore image to the health and beauty lifestyle supermarket as we embrace the new trends. Right now, we also have our e-commerce, watsons.co.id, and we're opening very official stores in various big player marketplace in Indonesia. Mainly my role in Watsons Indonesia is a digital marketing that includes social media, community development, partnering with key opinion leader, and also community in our own Watsons.
Thank you. Rani?
Hi, I'm also Rani. So we have two Rani here. I'm working for e-commerce, handling e-commerce in the Lamy Brands. If you haven't heard about the Lamy Brands is a company who brings the executive brands, Wrangler, Lee, Jockey, and also etc. Colorbox. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to start the questions with Rama, right? So I was chatting to Rama earlier, and he started his business initially with online, right? But now progressively getting into the offline retail channel. So I want Rama to share a little bit of his experience moving from online to offline, right? What's working, what's not, what are some of the learnings, right, that we can glean from his experience?
Thanks, Roger. So we started selling the glasses 2 years ago. We started as the online. So basically what we did at that time, we want to make sure that the website is interactive, easy to access, and also easy to purchase for customers, right? And then, however, we also realized that only 2% of Indonesian shopper shop online. So therefore, we decided to partner up with some of the lifestyle stores too, to carry our brands. So right now we are in close to 40 stores, lifestyle stores in Indonesia, 10 cities in Indonesia, and also Singapore that carry our brands. So the next step for us is we want to have our offline store that can help to grow our business, so we can combine the fashion and technology inside the store to have like more experience for the customers, because we realize that offline store is important for us to get the customers to have face-to-face relationship with the customers, and also to build more of the brand awareness.
I also have a question that I asked earlier, right? Because he has his own online store, but he work with offline retail partners as well, right? So how do you manage potential conflict between the two channels?
Actually, so what we do is we don't make sure that the pricing is consistent across all channels. So actually, one of the stores that we partner with is the Lamy Brands. So they have a lot of stores in like multiple cities in Indonesia. So it helps to create brand awareness, especially for us as a startup, right? I think that's the most important thing is making sure the pricing is consistent. And the other thing is we want to make sure that the customer experience is also consistent. So what we did early on is we train the staff at the stores. We treat the staff as part of our extension for our own staff, so they can help to receive to get prescription for the customers because the thing is this is the first time also for some of the stores that they can have the people can order prescription glasses from the lifestyle stores. Usually people order the prescription glasses from the optic. So we have to train the staff how to fulfill the orders for our customers.
Okay, thank you. That's really providing a differentiated experience for your online community. Thank you. Rani, Watson needs no introduction, right? I think they, obviously across the region, they've been very strong in the retail. So from country, right, from Saturday. So now the retailer is going very much into online. So I want to learn, or Rani can share with us, what is the strategy? What are some of the things that you're doing, right, from your social media and digital marketing that bridges the gap between online and offline?
Okay, first, we are no longer like offline to online, but we call it like O plus O, online plus offline. So what we do is we understand our audience from each platform because our offline target audience might different we have one on watsons.co.id and Lazada and Shopee and etc. That's why understanding our audience is so important because we talk to different target. So also the approach will be different. Maybe on Shopee we heavily investing in sales, discounts, etc. And for the offline we created events, community gathering, and etc. And also CRM membership, loyalty membership, we have to understand each platform so we can create the strategy specialized for each target market from various platforms that we have. And it reflected on our social media posts, on our digital marketing platform that we use, on our paid ad strategies such as Google search, GDN, and also Facebook ads. So yeah, the key is to understand each platform and each target audience because we open up different official store on the Shopee, JDID, Lazada, and etc. for a reason because they have a different target market and we want to capture all the target market. Yeah.
Can you also share, earlier you alluded to the fact that you are trying some new retail concept, right? Because today the consumer, are looking for something different, right? So why do I need to go to a retail store, right, when I can buy online? So how do you have a differentiated experience, right, when you visit a physical store? So perhaps you can share, some of the concepts that you guys are exploring.
Okay, so right now we have a new concept in Pondok Indah Mall for the offline store and Bandung PVJ. We have the new store, a new concept called G7, where it's more like health and beauty supermarket. So we are shifting from the drugstore image. We make it more exclusive, more elegant, and people can buy almost everything that they see on their favorite blogger or vlogger because right now beauty is driven by influencers. Everyone following certain influencer for the reference of their everyday makeup and skincare. So we want them to, if they are first buyer, we want them to try on our store and for the first purchase. And when they want to buy it monthly, they can buy it on our e-commerce if it's too much for them to go to the offline store. Yeah, so we want to capture the digital behavior from the offline store to our online. That's why you have to be aligned.
Thank you. Rani. So Rani has a very deep experience, in merchandising, right? Before she has this role in e-commerce. So I'm very interested, and I'm sure all of you are, in terms of the transition, right, from engaging users in a brick and mortar store to engaging users or getting them to shop online. So can you share a little bit with us currently? What are some of your priorities in setting up the e-commerce space, right, for your company?
Okay. The Lamy brands have like 1,000 counters and stores. So we have many brick and mortar stores and counters. In last 2 years, we are focusing in the e-commerce because we know that in digital era, everybody always search before they buy something, and we can give them any information via social media, via digital, easily compare via brick and mortar, because in brick and mortar we have to print what you call that POP and everything, but for digital it's very simple. Now we have to collaborate synergy between offline and online. Using like all the customer database from offline, we send them the newsletter, and we inform that we already open for e-commerce, and then you can go to visit our e-commerce site, and then you can buy our collection, the same collection, the newest collection, the same one with our brick and mortar. So the synergy between offline and online, I think, is due to this era is quite important. So besides that, and also we starting up the omnichannel starting 2017. We already have SAP for the starter. Now we're in the process of setting up omnichannel. So it's try to service to our customer to, they don't have to juggling around, bring all your paper bags or your shopping bags. You just drop in our store and then order in via online or vice versa, things like that.
Well, one of the, when I was working with the brands, right, who are both online and offline, oftentimes the online and offline are not integrated. In this instance, obviously they are well integrated. But even then, right, there's often this discussion about the money that I spend online, right? Does it really benefit only my online business, or does it also have an impact on the brick and mortar businesses, right? So how do you actually measure that spend? So perhaps maybe we start with Rani first, right? Because you are the one doing the marketing, right? So how do you allocate your budget? How do you measure, right, the returns for your online and for your offline businesses?
Yeah, I'm the one who spend the money. So
spend the money, yeah.
Yeah. So I think because my part is digital marketing, is more for the digital assets like our e-commerce, whatsapp.co.id. But we are trying to integrate our offline store, for example, POP, and then the banner, also promoting our online store. Like you can find us with scanning this QR code and etc. And also, if we have activity on our offline, we promote it on our website also. So our loyal customer in the website knows that there's some promotion on the offline, and offline store also knows that we have something on our online. Even though sometimes it's a different thing, but we are promoting to each other. But budget-wise, I mean, because digital marketing is all about paid search, and when they click something, they have to buy it right away. It goes to the e-commerce first. Whereas the event, we have a separate budget for like events and like user acquisition on ground and offline. Yeah, so it's how we separate the budget.
Rani, how about you?
Maybe I can add up some more. We share the same customer base between offline and online. So we deliver in the same customer base. We deliver the newsletter, and also we can also monitor, like Rani said, that there is a QR code, so we can monitor if customer, when they receive the newsletter and then they purchase because of there is a promotion in that newsletter, they purchase it in offline. We can tracking down via our POS, and also if via online, we can tracking down via Google Analytics. So as simple as that. I think it's websites is more simple rather than offline, because offline is more manual things, because from POS and then we have to develop into another format.
Thank you. So Rama, on that score, right? Because you are still a fairly new company. So how do you look at creating your awareness, your branding, right, for both your online and also the encouraging the offline experience? What has worked for you?
I think for us is the most important thing is we focus on the design and quality. We want to have our product to speak for itself, right? The second most important thing is at the beginning we try to focus on our distribution channel. So that's why we are now in close to 40 stores, lifestyle stores. We specifically want to distribute to the lifestyle stores, and then in close to 10 cities in Indonesia, right? So because with that, so we can create more awareness for the customers. So because for the glasses, people need to try on, right? People need to try on to see whether, even though the model looks good, but they need to try on whether it looks good in their face or not, and the fitting and everything. So there is an extra step for the customer to give them comfort, right? So basically that's what we did to create more awareness for our brand.
I come from Singapore. So recently, right, I see that a lot, particularly departmental stores in Singapore, right, they have click and, you have click and collect, so you can shop online and collect offline. But I've also seen people, pop-up stores where you can actually browse and order, and then it's shipped to your home, right? And this part of that web rooming or showrooming phenomenon, right, where people will research online, buy offline, or go and touch something offline and buying online. So this omni-channel phenomenon is happening. So to Rani, right, you earlier mentioned about that you have started this omni-channel experience in terms of people having the ability to either buy online or offline. So what has worked and what could be perhaps improved better from the whatever that you guys have done already?
We just in the process of setting up omnichannel. Actually, it's not running yet, but I think the issue that we have to be aware of before we are planning to set up omnichannel, that we have to make sure all the data status of the merchandise itself is correct 100%, and also the real-time data that who coming from the website, or it is also should be there is no pending time between customer try to buy and the stores or a website receive the data. So I think it's real-time data. It means that the internet connection should be on all the time, which is already supported by the government starting last year. And also the data should be correct. Otherwise, a customer will be disappointed if they already bought the merchandise from via website and then they try to collect into our offline. That's it. But it will be soon. It will be within 1 or 2 years. We will be heading into that direction.
I want to move on to a little bit about so-called technology, because the omni-channel experience, right, is to a large part is powered by technology, in the sense that today you have different social media platforms where you can engage with users. For example, in the retail business, right, we start to see companies adopting technology like a magic mirror, right? So you can try on makeup using augmented reality. You can try on clothings. In the online space, in the fashion space, many companies have announced visual search, right? So where you can upload something, a picture of a dress that you like, and they will look for something that's similar for you, right? So these are some of the technologies that are powering a better user experience, whether is it online or offline. So I'm curious to understand a little bit from your perspective, what are some of the, could be technologies, or what are some of the more relevant online platform where you might want to explore in terms of providing a better user experience? So maybe we start with Rani first, right? Because you are the digital guru here.
For the technology itself, for the digital marketing side, of course, like Roger said, that we want to embrace more on the content marketing side, because on our platform, ourselves, actually in our regional level, like in Malaysia, Watson's Malaysia website, and maybe Singapore and Turkey, they have, when you click on certain product landing page, you can also see the tutorial, the article, so they can see directly the reference instead of they search new, opening new tab and search in YouTube and etc. So they have their own internal blogger and content creator to do that. So it's so convenient to people when they still deciding whether or not to buy the products. So that's what we are trying to catch up with the other countries. And beside that, of course, Google and also Facebook ads always, almost always every day have new features and new way to promote the ads, and that's what we are trying to catch up as well, because there's a lot of changes in digital marketing. Also new ways like Google Shopping ads and Facebook dynamic product ads, and that's what are we trying to learn and to get for our strategy, and also to capture the database and to came up with paid ads to very specific target audience rather than just general target. Yeah.
Rani?
I think because of, once again, because of now we know that the growth of marketplace in this era is quite high, and then customer is very demanding. So we have to implement that in order to reduce the investment in stock, we have to implement the SAP, because it's like left pocket and right pocket, right? So you don't have to produce for store A, store B, store C by using the SAP, by using the omnichannel. You can use it's one stock for everywhere. So it's very easy for us in terms of the supplier, and also it's very convenient for customer who wants to buy the product itself. So I think omnichannel is the way if you have a brick mortar and also the website.
So Rama, what about from a technology angle? What is something that you might be thinking about?
Yeah. So for us is we want to have our customers to buy the glasses online as easy and as confident as they buy the glasses offline. So what we are right now looking and plan to invest on is on our website is a virtual try-on. So people can, at their home, at the comfort of their couch, can go to our website and then click some of the sample model of our glasses and then look at their phone. So they can share to their friends and family for opinion. So this basically to help people making sure that it looks good in their face. That's basically what we are trying to do next step.
That's interesting, right? So there's really online trying to simulate real offline experience, right, to try on the glasses. Okay, I think our time is up. Thank you, Reni and Rama. I don't think we have time for questions, right? Do we have time for questions? Oh, we still have 4 minutes. Okay. Any questions for the panelists? If not, then maybe I'll just do a quick wrap up. For each of the panelists to share. If you look at the omni-channel developments, right? What would be some of the trends that you are seeing that is very key, right, to your strategy in the coming, say, 1 to 2 years?
I think we have to consider about our customer journey. If you are planning to set up the omni-channel, you have to make sure that customer will be your first priority. You can't disappointed customer, otherwise they won't trust your brick and mortar store, and also they won't trust your website. Because if they order from website and then they go to your stores and then the stock is not there, it will be cause a problem in the long run.
Thank you. Rani?
So yeah, Watsons itself planning to have also omni-channel click and collect. And also for the technology part, we are still running new mechanics every day where we have maybe the same different mechanics from our offline stores. So that's what we are trying to do. And also we'll opening up to various of payment gateway. Yeah, we are open to new payment gateways such as QR or GoPay and Tcash, and also we are open to another. Yeah, we are, and also of course our user experience for from the offline to online and vice versa.
Rama?
For me, I don't know if it's going to happen for the next 1 or 2 years, but what I envision, like the future is the virtual reality and augmented reality become more mainstream, right? So people can buy products at the comfort of their home. And what I also see, like maybe in the future, is like the store, they'll become like virtual showrooms. So they will just carry limited stock, so people can just buy online and then just deliver stuff to their home basically. So and then the store become more like experience, like entertainment for the people to have interaction with the customers. That's what I see like basically the future is gonna.
Thank you. So I would say just even from the short 30 minutes, right? The takeaway, if you hear our panelists, right, it's really about creating a seamless, frictionless, painless user experience, right? Whether is it engaging them online or offline, or allowing them to purchase offline or online, right? And make it the whole journey as smooth as possible. I think that's the key, right? It's not about technology. It's not about just doing something for the sake of doing something, right? So to ensure that ultimately the customer is happy, right? Obviously, product is important, but the whole experience of shopping with you has to be there, right? Okay. Thanks, everyone.